Corporate slavery. How does one strike a balance between professional demands and personal health?
You enrolled yourself for slavery.
There was no other choice, I guess.
There is always a choice.
How do you survive then?
How do you survive? Now, survival is very easy. How do you compete? That is a relevant question.
Yeah.
Survival is not an issue. You have the also-rans, you have the middle guys, and you have the top runners. Where you want to be is your choice. Now, you want to be top runner, then you have to be the slave, driven. You are driven and there is a driver. The horse nearest the driver gets the whip. The horse further away from the driver doesn't get the whip. Get it? So you are complaining about the whip, but you want to be close to the driver. You chose the slavery. You chose to be the slave. Choice is always with us. I have a choice what kind of occupation I want. Do I want to be slave driven or do I want to select my time?
Then how do you grow?
It is your definition, no? So there is a price for growth. Then slavery is the price you're paying for growth. Then don't complain about slavery. You're enjoying the growth. Now, if you're complaining about slavery, then sacrifice the growth. There is always a payback.
Yeah, but not everyone can just become a sant and just sit under a tree.
I'm not asking you to be a sant. I'm asking you to be rational. That if you want something higher, then you have to put in that much higher. You're complaining about putting in that much higher in the terminology of slavery, but you're aspiring for the benefits associated with that higher goal.
But at the cost of personal health and personal relations.
So you decide whether you want slavery or you want personal health. आप तराजू में खड़े हो, हाँ, तो बैलेंस दोनों तरफ है. Now you want more of this. तो इधर आपका झुक रहा है तो ये ऊपर जाएगा ही. तो आपने हेल्थ को सैक्रिफाइस किया तो आपका करियर ऊपर जाएगा. आपने करियर को सैक्रिफाइस किया तो आपका हेल्थ ऊपर आएगा. आप डिसाइड करो आपको किधर जाना है.
But
ये तो चॉइस आपका है.
We can have both because there are people.
नहीं, तराजू में दोनों ऊपर नहीं जाता है, एक नीचे जाता है. There is a price that you're paying. You're paying the price with your health by putting in more hours, which you term as slavery, putting in more effort, which you term as slavery, for the benefits you will derive by rising up the corporate ladder. What have you paid for that? Your health, your leisure time, your fun and games, your happiness. All these are prices that you're paying in this side of the taraju for taking this scale up.
So everyone, whoever's at the top, has sacrificed?
100%. They may not show it. There is a law of appearance. I present myself. अंदर से मैं खोखला हूं, लेकिन I present myself.
Again, it comes.
Do you mean to say all suited, booted, top-ranking guys are very healthy people?
I mean, not all of them.
Not all of them. They have sacrificed something. And many of us come very late, we come to know in life that this guy was fully shattered inside. Met with a horrible death. Hospitalized towards the end of his career. Why? Because he paid the price of his health for the success he got in his corporate activity.
But how do we cope with the expectations?
You realize your limits. Suppose you're a weightlifter and I am a weightlifter. I am capable of lifting 60 kilos, you are capable of lifting 70 kilos. For your weight group, body weight group, you are the world champion. For my body weight group, 60 kilos, I don't even qualify for Olympics. You know your capacity. If I try to become a world champion in my weight group, I will have to probably lift 120 kilos. Competing with you and 70 kilos is not enough. My weight group is different. Your weight group is different. So understand where you stand and what is the best you can achieve. So first, knowing yourself is important. So with me, this is the level I should reach because this is the best in my category. That should be enough. But you are looking at somebody of my weight group and you want to achieve my weightlifting capability. Not possible.
But what if you're destined to do something better, but you stop where you are and then everything gets shattered anyways?
That means you are not destined to do better. Destiny is not. Destiny is something which you again define yourself, no?
I guess.
What is destiny? Destiny is a goal.
Yeah, you have
Goal is an achievement.
every human.
For an achievement, you need to put in resources.
Yeah.
Part of the resources is your intelligence, your effort, and your time. Right? Now, you did not reach that goal. So, somewhere the resources were inadequate or ill-directed. Ill-directed. You had the resources, I had the money, but I spent money in other areas and not in this area.
But
Therefore, I didn't reach there.
what I'm trying to get at is, can an organization do something where it distributes its resources equally so that no one has to go through any health issues, personal relationship issues, and go forward also as a full organization?
If I am in charge of the organization or if I am the owner of the organization, then that is my philosophy for my employees. If you are the owner,
How to
then
change
that is
that?
your... Don't become a slave driver. If you are the employer, if you are the employee, that decision is not in your hands. But the decision to be with that employer or not to be with that employer is in your hands. So there are two roles here. One is of the employer, the slave driver, and the other is of the employee, the slave driven.
Yeah.
So if you are the employer, don't be a slave driver. So that satisfies your corporate slavery question mark. And if you are the employee and your employer is a slave driver, don't work for him.
It's good.
Find an employer who is not a slave driver. And if you don't find an employer who is not a slave driver, you become the employer of yourself first. I'm not happy working for other people. I don't want to work for people. I'll do something of my own. Even if it is small, I'll do it on my own, so that I don't drive myself to slavery.
That's why there are a lot of employees leaving their high-paid corporate jobs and doing
Probably, yeah.
agriculture or becoming a cab driver.
Probably, yeah.
But they are happy.
You'll see a lot of PhDs working in banks. Scientifically qualified people.
Fixed time.
They are happy with a fixed pay and a fixed time. They are happy to be with their family. They don't want to be in the corporate world where they are called at any time of the day. Make them to work round the clock. They don't like that lifestyle, so they quit. They spent their entire academic career in acquiring a degree in a proper scientific stream, and they went into an administrative or a finance job. You will see many MBBS doctors becoming actors.
Many engineers going into finance.
There you are. So, who defines the limit? You define the limit. Once you have said, I am your employee, then the employer defines your limit. You're not happy with the employer's limit, you have a choice. I don't want to be with your employment. So, when you say that there is corporate slavery, you chose it. You refuse to accept that I am the chooser of my slavery. When I say you, I don't mean personally, I'm talking of the representation. Yeah. So, we always choose the conditions of our life. I want the benefits of that slavery. I want that high pay. I want that position. I want that recognition in the society. Those I will never project, ki I am getting all this. But I will project the slavery. That's the price I pay for what I am getting. I am getting a chauffeur-driven, high-ended car. I am getting a fully paid for accommodation, high-ended again, in a high-ended locality. I get my child's education paid for. I get my house fully furnished once a year or twice, once in 2 years. All these are perks and fringe benefits associated with the exalted position which I aspired for which I am paying a price. I don't like to pay the price, then forego that dream.
So basically, you're just a better dressed slave.
Call it that way, yes. You're not in a loincloth, you're in a suit boot, but you are still being You're the sheep and cattle that is being driven. Which is the truth. You're only speaking in an accented, oh yes, I am attending a meeting today. And you're not saying, hey, kai re, hey, gaila tikudun ne re. You're not talking that language, you're talking this language, but you are basically the same slave. It is your choice to be the slave for the benefit you're getting. They both come together, the package comes together, the benefits come together with the slavery. You don't like the slavery, be ready to forego the benefits.
Be happy and content.
That's a separate subject.
Yes.
Now you will go moping, अरे मेरा इतना अच्छा जॉब था, ऐसा इतना सैलरी था, इतना पर्क्स था, ये घर था, ये गाड़ी थी, ये ड्राइवर था, ये नौकर चाकर थे, अब ये सब छूट गया. तो तभी सोचो कि अब मेरे पास टाइम है फैमिली के साथ, I get enough rest, I can maintain my physical health, I am at peace, nobody driving me like a mad dog. So this is the benefit you got for sacrificing that exalted position. So the balance is always there. Where do you want to stand in the balance? Do you want to stand on the extreme end of the taraju, or you want to be the center of the taraju? When you stand in the center of the taraju, both scales look equal. But when you stand on one side of the scale, then that has to go down for the other to rise up. I want increased perks, then my health has to go down, my personal time has to go down, my sacrifices have to go up along with that. I never look at it from the cause point of view. I only look at the effect. The cause is me, the effect is me. The good effect of high salary, high perks, exalted position because of me. My health deteriorating, my personal relationships deteriorating, again because of me. So what is important to you? That is important, or a balance is important? That is also up to you. You decide. Life is an opportunity to acquire balance. We all are struggling, irrespective of age groups and societies, in becoming imbalanced because of our greed. If we stay within our needs, we can have a balanced life. Because of our greed, we sacrifice even sleep, rest, no time for the body to recuperate. We lose health because of our greed. If I am happy with my needs, I will take adequate rest. I will not overwork. I will not tire out my body. Everything is fine. Choice is me. Everything depends on you because it is your life, not your corporate boss's life.